Well, the internet disconnected there. Not much I can do about that. Be nice if the game logs in now. Oh, yay, it logged in. Okay, let's log on to Codillion. Jesus. Uh, hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hold on. Oh, hello, can you hear me now? Okay, yeah. My mic phone on the phone was me. I was trying to figure out why you couldn't hear me. I figured we could talk on the phone rather than try to type back and forth and play. Yeah, I can hear you. And yeah, since the girls aren't home, speakerphone's probably fine, right? Because they went with on the trip. Didn't the kids go on a trip with me, Mod? Everybody? Oh, I thought the kids went. Oh. I was. I was playing Call of Duty with Trent. Yeah. And Kenzie called him. And after about 10 minutes, I went, Trent, there's this like awful whining noise coming from your phone. And he busted up laughing. Uh, I'm in the forest. I'm chopping wood. I don't have. Did you reach level 15 as a guard yet? I know you're the appropriate level, other than the fact that you're not level 15 as a guard. Then you can go to the forest. Um, if you go to the wait, oh, if you're only 9, you need to like level up like once or twice more in guard, and then there's a quest you can do at the top of the wall. If you climb all the way up the wall, there's a quest in the middle of it, and that gives you a whole bunch of guard XP. If you're level like 11 when you do it, you'll be like level 16 or 17 when you finish the quest. It's where you the quest starts. So for you to get guard XP, what level did you say you're 9 right now? Um, just go walk down one of the alleys and fight the thieves. Um, but also, yeah, when you're fighting enemies, sometimes when they die, they'll either drop coins or they'll drop something on the ground for you to pick up. Yeah, that's how you basically get stronger. Um, the way it works is the different colors. There's green, blue, purple, and orange. And blue is almost always stronger than green for like 10 or 12 levels. And purple is stronger than blue, and Orange is strongest if you find like different colors of gear. But otherwise, it kind of just goes up by level. And then the enemies, I think they'll drop gear up to their level. Is how it works. So if you don't have any gear, what I do for my characters is I grinded out gear from the low level enemies that I could easily kill, and then went off and fought the stronger things. Right. He's probably barking at Oliver. Uh, you know what? He hears me talking. Oh. Yep. Because he told him to be quiet, so now. Maybe that's some sort of animal? Yeah, I know he's getting up there. Tara's not doing too great. She's she's not. She's not gonna be. I don't know that she's gonna see the new year. No, she's not eating. She's not drinking. She won't even eat like cheese. I tried giving her. I ordered canes. I tried giving her chicken. No. Mm-mm. No, I know that there's something wrong with her. Like it's far too late for a vet visit. I I don't know. At this point, I feel like it might be just too late for that. Like she's lost so much weight and she's not even able to jump up things anymore. She's like I was sitting there eating today and she came up and stood on her hind legs but just kind of rested her head on the chair because she didn't have the energy to climb up into the yeah, so obviously I picked her up and put her but like yeah, she's not doing. I've seen her buy the water dish, like, it's just not. Like, when I'm filling up the water dishes and the food, like, she's going like she would eat, but she's just not eating. No, but, like, it might be, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it would just be so much, I don't have the money to go spend to take her to the vet. Like I just got paid, but I want to be able to move. So it's hard. I can't do anything for her. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean she's only like 8, so she could easily get another twice her life. Like, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. It's I can't put the money into her. I can't do it. I've hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have a car. I don't have like I don't think I don't know that she's going to make it through this week. I will. I will, but I don't know. That's yeah, it's not the worst. Yeah. Like it could be I if it's her teeth I could fix that. But I mean if it's I will fix that. But I don't I'm afraid that it's not. Like that's the thing. I'm afraid it's something I can't fix. And I've had her for so long. But I'm spending all the time I can with her, so like Mima, like I said, Mima was suggesting I take her in and have her put because she was looking that bad before they left. I said Mima was saying I should make an appointment to take her in to have her put because she was looking that bad. Like Mima thinks she's suffering. I don't think she's suffering. I just like I think she's just old. I don't know. Like it's not just old age. There's something wrong. All right. Are you gonna when you get up to the point pay for the access to the later areas and solidify your name? Savannah did immediately. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You've played this game more than Savannah has. Yep. Yeah. What are your levels? Uh, no, just the specific ones with the thieves. Yeah, you gotta fight the... If you check your guard profession, and then you see there's the level underneath each of the enemies. On the left is their level, is what level they are, or whatever enemy you're fighting. So I think thieves are like level 4 right now, unless they've already leveled up to 22. So the way the enemy progression works is that you start off, you fight like the guards, and then the birds, and then the thieves, and the goblins. And then by about the time you're fighting the goblins, the guards all level up. And then by the time you're fighting the next thing, the birds all level up type of progression. So it makes the older enemy stronger, so that way by the time you finish off with the new enemy, you go back and fight the new color of the old enemy. Which I enjoy that. It's like fighting shiny versions of the enemies. So it's like it goes guards, birds, thieves, goblins, goblin chiefs, hair beast, plant, ghoul, and then it goes back. Then it goes bird again. Then it goes guard again. Like it changes it up a little bit sometimes. Certain enemies will attack you when you walk in, like the thieves and the goblins. Like you died to the goblin, and the ghouls. They'll attack you when you just kind of walk into the room. And then other things like the hair beasts and the carnivorous plants and the guards and the birds don't attack you. It depends on which type of enemy. Those are an AFK. Means it's one of the things that you fight, like the dab fishing, where you can log out. So for those, you've got to reach the level that they're at and then unlock their knowledge. Go click on them and log out. And that's the same with like the bugmen and all the cool looking monsters are usually just things you fight before you log out. Oh yeah. And it's used in a potion that's much sooner than that, like the things are, some of the things. Oh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the Tempest Day. That, yeah, I can't even do that yet either. I just got to the point where I can start thinking about maybe getting there. I'm at like 30 something. My levels, hold on, I'll tell you. 25, 28, 21, 31, and 23. Every time that progression thing comes up where I've done so many things so I can get money or experience, I've been taking the experience and dumping it into my foraging. As well as anytime I go get offline, I just forage. Yeah, no, that's how it was for me for a while. I specifically went out and got everything to at least 20 so that I could pick whatever I wanted. Oh, these are for, oh my god, they're for a level 62 potion. They're level 16 in gathering. It's a forest type skill. But their potion that they make is not even close to that. I'm nowhere near the level I need. Yeah. The portal, I spent 2 hours blindly wandering around this forest before I found the portal stone. But yes, there's a portal stone. And yeah, I will always portal back to Hopeport, but when it comes to getting to the Hope Forest, depending on where I'm gonna go, sometimes I'll just walk. Because the entrance of the forest is in like one side of it, and then there's a portal stone in like the middle of it, and I think I haven't looked it up. I'm not gonna look it up, but I think there's a portal stone I can't access to the south, and then I know there's another portal stone I can't access in the north. And I know for the north one, I need a lot. I did look that one up, like not it up, but there was the quest that I was doing that I know unlocks it because of like the location of it and all that, and like what it says when I tried to use. Anyway, the quest I was doing, I couldn't figure out how to do anything because it wasn't giving me. It doesn't give you any information about the quest. It just kind of figure it out. I'm like, yeah. And so I took it to where I thought I was supposed to. I just talked to the wrong guy. So when it didn't do anything, I was like, okay, well, that's all I know. That's the only shot I'm gonna give that. And I looked it up, and it told me. I didn't look up obviously how to do everything. I just looked up like what requirements I need, and I need to take the one thing. And I learned that I need 45 woodcutting and 67 carpentry. Yeah, so the way it works is the professions that basically each episode is like starting the game kind of is a new, like it could be its own little game. But the way he made it is so that if you play 5 minutes a day or 5 hours, kind of always got something to do. So it's not a hard reset on you because you still have the levels for the first area, and you can still go do things and use those levels. And some of the stuff from, like some of the gathering stuff, directly feeds into the alchemy. Like you gather and take it and do alchemy. Like and then like for the chicken and leek pie for the chef profession, you can find leeks in the forest. So for like eggs and bacon and all the meat and stuff, you have to get them from Kevin. And yeah, you do get better eggs. I looked down the skill tree at where the better eggs are on the skill tree. They're at like level 63. It's the next egg. Yeah, and I can tell you that it definitely is lots of fish-based dishes on the way there. These are for... Yes, that is the only place you can get this. And then so at level 25 you get the new vegetables, and Kevin just sells them as well. Like if you look at Kevin, there's a little checkbox in the top left that says future items, and it'll show you everything that you will ever sell that you unlock as you level. I came to the point where I like sold all the XP potions because I just do not use them. I just make them and sell them. If you equip the potions, it's the cross sword tab, the weapons tab. They're in the bottom right of the weapons. You equip 3 weapons and then 2 potions. And then all the weapons I don't think special attacks for weapons are in the in the patch. Oh, you're standing right next to me. Yeah. Your total level is 78. I was level 100 before, or almost level 100 before I left port and went into the forest. I was almost level 20 in every. Yeah, for me, I'm in this place. I'm still fighting thieves. Thieves is a long fight between level 22 and like 28. Where you can do some like AFK guard training in between, but it's mostly just fighting thieves. Yeah, so if you walk into an alley, a thief will have like an exclamation. If you walk into a room that has aggressive enemies, they'll have an exclamation point come up, the one that's going to charge at you and attack you. And if you get within range of it, it will initiate combat itself. And then when you finish that fight, you'll have the immunity buffer. Nothing will attack until after. Once the immunity, it will be able to see you again. And they have to make eye contact. Like the enemy has to physically be facing you for them to see you. Like if you're standing behind them, they see you. It's funny. Yeah, those are level 10, so those aren't gonna be, or level 8 or 10. Those aren't gonna be too hard for you to. Like you can fight those. Yeah, and if you just use your healing potions to heal, you'll be fine. I need to cast the Quartermaster spell so I can equip the right equipment. So yeah, you have to basically your first area equipment that you get from the fighting is useless in the second area. You have to get new equipment. So basically, like it basically restarts. It's a soft reset, so you have to go get. And you can switch back and forth with ease. If you click the Quartermaster spell, there's an auto equip button, so you can easily switch back and forth between which equipment you use. Yes, you heal between every fight. So it's basically each fight is like playing rock, paper, scissors with the enemy for a little. That's my way of looking at it. The fighting in this game is like Pokemon rock, paper, scissors. Yes. Depends on what you fight. Actually, with the level 8 goblin chiefs that you're fighting, you're gonna reach level 10 pretty quickly. It should be like 4 or 5 of them, and you'll be the level that like it goes up. At level 20, it starts slowing down but up until level 20, all the levels go up pretty quickly. Callie's been playing that Pokemon trading card game on the phone I told him to download. Yeah, no, I enjoy playing it too. I've been playing it. But Callie passed me in level. Callie's a higher level than me. Okay. Oh. Like, no, we got a guy for that. Nope. Yeah. Yep. That's how it works. Yep. 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 And so, the the only enemy you have to fight to do the quest is level 10. So if you feel like you can confidently fight a level 10 enemy, you can easily do the quest. Yeah, so I like the way I'm like level 12 or 13. I did it, I think last time I was level 13. I do it basically as soon as I find an item that says it's untuned. I'm like, all right, how do I tune that? Give me a reason. And like I had already, by the time I had first found my first untuned item, I had already put two and two together on that there was a quest that was directly related to this obelisk. Like, it's called the obelisk. And I found the obelisk and was like, okay, this seems like where I would tune something type of, I don't know, 2 and 2 equal 4. And I was like, all right, give me a better reason to do a quest, I guess, other than I have an item in my pocket. And yeah, it teaches you about tuning items. And then I was streaming. I stream when I play Brighter Shores, and somebody told me that one of the quests unlocks inventories, like a spell. That if you see the strange stones dotted around the map, those are actually like you can cast the storage spell and cause a rift to open for a bank there. And I said, oh, okay, I don't need to look into that any more than you've already told me. That's plenty of reason to do that quest. And I've heard lots of people being like, oh, I need to be a level 32 carpenter. I can't wait to get to 32 carpentry. I was like, I wonder why. Yeah, for that quest. They need it for the quest. Yep. The map up in the corner, I didn't use it a lot back because it was just a map before. Now, if you are in, like, for instance, if I'm on Stone Street and I click on the Eel Street Bridge, I'll walk from Stone Street to the Eel Street Bridge using the, like, if I click on the map. And so that is very, for me, because I'm not able to see the other room. I turned off that view feature. Like there's a bunch of graphical options in the settings, and I turned all of them off so that I could run this game and stream this game at the same time. So I can't, if there's another room next to me, like if you look from West Waterfront, you might be able to see the East Waterfront to the east. I cannot see. I can see there's a door to the East Waterfront. I see one room at a time. Oh, it might be just like your... Yeah, it might be the default settings sometimes. What am I doing here? I'm kind of working out... I need to work on foraging with this character. Oh, nice. Yeah, you've only got 4 more levels to go, and then you can go to the forest. That's a 2-handed weapon. You can equip one one-handed weapon, one two-handed weapon, and one ranged weapon. And so I like to set it. Mine, I will just kind of equip the strongest thing, but there are 5 different types of magic, and so I like to keep one extra of all the different types. Okay, so equip one of them and then try to equip the other one, and it'll tell you which one's better. It'll directly compare the two. Well, yeah. Yep. Because there's only like it's a 1-minute immunity. I'm gonna go out tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go get my hair cut. Finally. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go out tomorrow and get my hair cut. My hair hasn't been cut in like a year, and it is down to my chin. Like my bangs are down to my chin. I do not know how I'm gonna get this cut. I just know that I'm gonna get it cut. I don't even remember what I don't know how it's gonna, because my hairline. See, since then my hairline was where it should be. Now my hairline is about a foot farther up my head. I'm gonna get it cut. I'm not gonna get it short, but I'm probably gonna get it shorter than that. Like, I had bangs in that big. I'm not having bangs. I'm getting rid of I definitely had, my hair wasn't short in that photo. I had my bangs. It was at the point where it was just starting to grow out. Like, I had gotten a haircut like a month beforehand. Yeah, but I that was back in the day when I got it cut with clippers. Yep, well, doesn't matter. I wear a hat in most photos now anyway. Okay, I was wondering where it went. I just unlocked Starfish. Yeah, I'm sorry. I jumped over to my other character, and so I just unlocked the Starfish, like the foraging. I'm trying to get her up to be a level 20 in anything so that she can do something. Yeah, Cynthiana. One that you were like, who is this? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's just my third character. Yep, I made all three. I made the one that I played with you on. He's currently grinding away at his guard skill. He's been doing that for 3 days. I played a little bit on him earlier today, but I got his guard up to 20, and so I'm just like, all right, well, you're a guard. Go guard. Good luck. Sell him to the quartermaster. Everything old you can sell to the quarter. If your quartermaster's right next to the infirmary, back at the boot camp, so you teleport back there. And so there's a spell called Quartermaster. You get that from him. I think it's you that I took to get that spell with. Yeah. No, that will just open a bank that allows you to put the stuff from your pockets into a little bank. And it also has a limited inventory space, but you know, it's still nice to add. Basically, the limited inventory space in that bank almost fills up when you switch areas. Like, it's basically there to hold your stuff for the area transition. But if you hit deposit, you put them in. You can put things in and take things out using the quartermaster. Yeah, so you have to use the spell and then hit deposit at the top, or deposit all. Yep. So it stopped you from seeing the menu. Yep. And then, so I'll deposit everything that I get basically till it gets pretty full. Then I'll click auto equip, and then so that I'm wearing the best stuff, and then I'll pull everything that I don't want to keep out of the quartermaster, like while standing inside it, because there's a bank inside the quartermaster shop. So you pull it all out of the bank while you're standing there, or just quartermaster rift right in front of him, and then sell it all to him, all the garbage that you don't want anymore. It's a nice way to get some silver. Apparently the method Savannah used to get silver is the best money-making method, like, in the early game. Savannah stayed in the barracks and opened the boxes in the barracks. Yeah, and that works. I did similar things to that. Like, I did fishing. It depended on what I was doing, but I bounced around. But I've done all of the things. I've sold everything to everyone, except I've never sold a reagent to the guy. I haven't bought nor sold anything to the guy on Town Square. I refuse to use his shop. I'm boycotting it for no reason. The guy that's on Town Square, he sells and buys reagents. I talked to him once to learn what he sold, and I went, never again. Bye. Have a nice day. It's a stall on Town Square. Nightstick. I mean, it's a weapon. I don't know. I use a cannonball. It does the green, or does it do yellow? It does either green or yellow damage. Some things are every enemy. If you look at the info card, by clicking on them and clicking info, or just look at the info card, or right before you fight them, It tells you what type of damage they deal and what type of damage they're weak to. And if you use the thing that they're weak to, it is better. Does or it kills them quicker, like a lot quicker. Yep, and that's the point where I went, give me a better reason. That's the exact line that I read when I went, oh, well, no better reason than that, I guess, to go do a quest. I went off and did the obelisk, which you could get by talking to the guards on top of the wall. No, you do not. The enemy that you have to fight is level 10. So as long as you're level 10 and have like a couple healing potions, you should be able to win fight pretty easily. And even then, like, it's not even until partially into the quest. And I think the quest has some funny dialogue, but it's not the funniest. This game has the funniest puns, and they always come out of the blue for me. Like, I went up to the barricades of the mine to go in, before I found I couldn't get in until I had to raise my level, type of stuff. But I went up to the barricades and I was like, there's a darkness I must stop. And the guy went, it's a mine. It's always dark. Good luck fighting the darkness in a mine. Like, no, not that kind of darkness. Yeah, I was thinking I'm gonna go get it cut tomorrow. I gotta go get weed, so I figured I'd take a lift, go get my hair cut, then go get weed, go back home. Need? No, but I'm gonna smoke because I can. Like, do you really need to drink? No, but it helps. Huh? Yeah, well, you know what? I would call you an alcoholic if you did. Well, good for you. Some people do. I have my habit. I don't drink every day either. Though, I've been killing my liver recently with Monster energy drinks. The store across from me stopped selling them. Like the flavor that I like. I've started walking across the airport to find it. I work with her, so like I don't have a choice in the matter. But like, I don't know. There's not there's been no outside of work friendship. I've tried to make some sort of outside of work, but there's just been but our work friendship is better than her work friendship with anybody else. So I don't know. Yep, so it's still in the will they, won't they, Lord only knows. We'll see what happens. I just saw a character, his name was Kevin. He called himself Kevin. He got the Kevin name. I'm so proud of him. Like, you know, Kevin's a name that I'm sure somebody wanted anyway, but the fact that he got the name Kevin, I enjoyed. Like, I don't know if he knew that there was already a Kevin, but like, I think they should have made it so that you can't take the name people. Feels like they got him first, you know. Like, you shouldn't be able to be Kevin. I shouldn't be able to go name my character Head Chef. Oh, what color is it? Like the border. Yeah, okay, so that's the third level. So that's actually really good. That specific weapon, you can use it for a while. Once you hit level even 20 in guard, you can use that weapon to keep trading. Like that, they have to have a certain power level to be able to use AFK trade. And so that one meets the requirements. And what level is it? Yeah, it tells you a level on it. Well, what level were you when you got it? What were you fighting? Like goblins still? So it'll be like level 8. That's pretty good. That's a good combo. I've got one of the things I kept my recruit sword. Like my very first sword on my very first character, I kept. It's like, I don't know, a Mamoto, I guess. It was only worth 1 copper, so I was like, it's worth more to me, like, morally, than it is to sell that thing. And then there's a sword that I had. I got it at level 8. And I used that sword until I was level 23 or something like that. Like, I used that sword for a long time in my guard career. To the point where I was like, all right, I'm not selling that to the blacksmith. He's not going to pay me enough for it. I'm going to wait till player-to-player trading is in the game. And I'm going to sell that to someone who needs it. Or I'm just going to keep that forever because it belongs in a museum. I grow attached to my gear. And I know that you can make, like, eventually, I think in Area 3 or Area 4, you can start making gear. And I really hope it says who made the gear on the gear. Like, if I make a bunch of swords, I want it to say, these swords were made by whichever character name. In the info. And if it doesn't do that, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna keep playing, but I'm gonna be a little heartbroken, and huh? Yeah, no, so, I think it's episode 3 or 4. I don't know which. I know it's possible, because in episode 2, you start collecting the gear. You start with the gathering of episode 2, and with the wood cutting and carpentry of episode 2, if you click on the info card for the stuff that you carpenter, it says usable in weapon making. And for some of the gathering stuff, it says usable in armor making. So I know you can, I just don't know when. At some point it'll happen, and I hope when it happens, it gives me credit where credit is due, because yeah, you know, if I'm spending 30 minutes making a weapon, I want to fucking say my name on it. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna specifically message the developer on Twitter and be like, here is my suggestion. Because people do that. And he's the type of guy that will be like, let's see what I can do. Especially, like, if it's not a bad idea. I'll be like, let's see what I can. And giving credit like that, I don't think he'd think is a bad idea. I think he'd be like, that's fun. Let's do that. But I think that'll come along with, like, there's, with the full game's release, when that happens. So episode 5, I think, is supposed to come with the full game release. And then I think there are 6 episodes, like, already, like, planned out. And then they're going to release episode 6 after the full game's released. With the full game release, they're planning on implementing, like, a party system. Which I hope that means that, like, I can see you on the map, not just be in your server. You know what I mean? This is the early access. But, okay, so what this is it just means that the game was done enough to offer, well, for him, for what Andrew Gower's early access is that the game was done enough for him to offer it up as just hundreds of hours of content, but he's calling it an early access because he wants you to know that, like, hey, he's still got more that they're working on. He wasn't gonna do this early access, but people have been like begging him for this game. So that he's like, all right, I've got something done. So here, you guys can have this and chew on this, and we'll just keep putting updates on it a little bit as it goes. It's basically the test. This is the does it work? Like, we tested it amongst ourselves, amongst our 8-person team. Does it work? And they released it to the public to test it, to see if it works. They're like, you're all invited to come play. And then when the game releases, he's still not charging money for it. It's not gonna suddenly have a price tag, other than the sub to premium, like his game RuneScape. Because it's like, and I like that method, because it's like, okay, if I played this game, like the amount of time that I put into this game, $6 a month, $7 after taxes, is not a bad price tag. And then I don't subscribe to like a yearly, because I don't know if I'm going to play it all year. I'm just going to keep paying the $7 every month that I play it. And when I stop playing it, I'm going to stop paying it. And I think that's a fine way. Like, that's fair enough, because it's still getting updates and stuff. There's still this small team working on this. I'm paying their paycheck. It was supposed to be released, I want to say, next year. But there's so much to this part of what they have put out. Like, I mean, I'm in episode 3. I'm just getting into episode 3. There are 4 episodes. And even so, I think it's like January. I want to say, like, after the holidays. He was like, I'm going to put out everything that I have before the holidays, and we're going to, like, spend the holidays finishing up. And they're putting the finishing touches on everything. Like, they have the potions in the game for the 5th area. Yeah, just hold on to both of them. I am standing next to Cody number 31. And when I created Codillion, because when I paid for premium, I was like, okay, I made my character that I wanted. I played a little bit. That I was like, oh no, I need to go grab all my other names too. And I tried to grab Cody. I was like, I don't know if anybody's grabbed it, but I'll take it if nobody. And no, it was taken. I would have been Cody number 16. Yeah, I would have been 16 at the time. And so I was like, all right, Codillion it is. And Codillion 0, Codillion was available. I think that's so funny. Like, I was telling people, I'm like, I think I might, if I have a son, I'm going to name him Codillion, and I'm just going to call him Cody Jr. That's going to be that. Cody will be short for Codillion. Just like Gavin said in the past. Okay, I am now at the point on this character where I can now go click 100 things to get my skill up. I need to, what's the word? I'm level 20 and something. I just need the knowledge point now. Yep. I've got to do something. So once you get to the point where you can get knowledge, you get knowledge percentage for everything. So, correct. So that, yeah, it's anything. So, like, for instance, like I said, I on my main character, I got all of my skills up to 20, and then I realized how important gathering was. Every time that pop-up comes up, I dump that experience into gathering or foraging. Because at the point that I'm on that character, I don't really need like silver would be nice. I could boost I could go to the enchanter with my silver and feed her. But otherwise, I'm kind of just saving it in case I need tools, but I have like 300. So I'm like, okay, well, if I need a goddamn arm and a leg tool, but usually the tools are like 70 when you first find them. So basically, I don't think I'm going to need, I haven't had the point where I need to use it for silver. Back in the early game, I was using that for silver. That was how I bought my tools. I went around and I just did I went around, I did a bunch of foraging, and every like 100 things I picked up, which were ingredients for the potions, it gave me another like 12 silver on top of that. So I bought all the tool upgrade, all the tools using that. And then after I got all the tools, I was like, all right, I don't really need to keep doing silver because at that point I already had a nice stockpile from all the stuff I was selling too. Like, it all profits out to where it becomes an afterthought almost, where it's only when I don't have it that I'm like, oh shit, I probably should need some money right now. Yep. So yeah, the trunk checking thing doesn't get you any XP. I don't like the trunk check myself because it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't get you like Vanna when she was doing it. When she started, I had been playing on Cynthiana. I had just started Cynthiana next to Savannah, like I did with you, and Savannah was keeping up with me almost like for a minute, and then she got to the point where she needed to go buy the trowel to keep doing foraging. And I got to that point too, and I went and grinded up the chef skill until I got the money for the trowel, and I got it like 10 more levels and got the money. And Savannah went and she walked around the barracks and opened boxes. I am a little faster than Savannah at this game, and I knew that going in, but I still did even like I don't know. I'm not convinced based off of the Wikipedia saying that it's the fastest method of gathering money that it is indeed the fastest. Cause I beat, yeah, that's what, well, not like the wiki, but a wiki, like there's a, somebody said there's a picture, like an image that shows a graph that shows that it's the fast, somebody graphed it out. And look, all I'm saying is somebody might have graphed it out on paper, and on paper it might be the fat, but like in like show like doing starting, Savannah had more silver than me, like, and I passed her by cooking eggs, and I got the money for it by cooking eggs. I got it faster than like she kept up a little bit, but but cooking eggs was just as profitable. Yeah, I cooked the eggs and then I sold them to the chef, and I made like 3 silver for inventory of egg. And like I had to buy the eggs from Kevin first, but like profit, I made 3 silver. Not gross, you know. Hmm. Yeah, no, I like to do, because there's an info card that you get for doing the thing one time. So I like to do all the things one time and collect the info cards. Like it's like a card collecting game. Hmm. Yeah, so you know how you feel about it. If you don't want to keep doing it, you don't have to. Yeah. So for the foraging, it's infinite. Like I can put in as many reagents as I go out and get. There's not the equipment, it's limited. And I don't know about the like magic spell from episode 2. I have no idea. Yep, that's exactly what I do. Yep, no, that's exact. And then, that's exactly the type of thing that Andrew Gower made this game for you to do. Like, that's how this game is meant to be played. Is do a little bit of it, maybe like before work or something. Again, play a little bit after work. Have your character like when you do the AFK stuff. You have your character doing something AFK while you're at work. No, you're gonna go eat dinner. Have your character stop and do something AFK for the time that you like. So, the cooking, it seems like it's an hour per crate of dab. Uh, I think it's, or maybe it's like 30 minutes per crate of dab to cook it, and then it's an hour to fish it up, and then it's something like an hour to get the bugs. So it's like a 2.5 hour process to cook up a crate full of dab. Yeah. So, because you weren't offline for long enough to get the full crate, probably. Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it transitioned. I think it's 1-to-1. So like if you bought one bag of slug, you would have done one crate of dabs. Oh. Oh. That's maybe that might be just like it bugged somewhere. Because I think it's supposed to be a 1-to-1. Like maybe. Yeah. Yeah, no. And like that's how it is, like for foraging. Yeah, no. And for that, when it comes to buying, I don't even know if it's worth buying the bait and then selling the fish type of thing. Like, I know that it is worth to do passively, kind of. Uh, Picking up the bait yourself. I know that's worth it. And then going and fishing yourself, and then going and cooking it yourself, and then selling it. Yeah, I know. I know. So I don't know like what the profit is, like what the profit margin is on buying them and then picking the fish and then selling the fish. And I don't know what the difference compared or no, I know that a crate of dabs sells for like 4 coins or 5 coins, and then you can buy them for like 9 coins or something like that. Like it's not worth selling them fresh or something like that. Um, yeah, yeah, no. And so for like, I I'm scared of what could possibly else be unlocked. I know for like chicken and leek pie, I had no idea I could pick up leeks, and I didn't even think about it when I was originally making the chicken and leek pies. Then I got to the forest and I saw the leeks. I was like, oh, at this point, I'm so far down the chef profession. Like for potatoes, I didn't know I could forage potatoes. I thought foraging just led into alchemy. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do chef, so I'm gonna just go fish and chef. I thought like they're separate. I thought they were all, their own little pairs, basically. I didn't realize everything kind of intermingled. Which, uh, yeah, and you have to buy ingredients from Kevin to do cooking. That's just he's there. He's a part of the process. And usually, like I know that if you go out and you get everything yourself, it's worth it. You make more money selling, even just to head chef. Let alone the bounties. The bounties are worth it. Even if you have to buy everything for the bounty from Kevin and Fishmonger and do it that way, the bounties are worth the silver and XP to purchase everything you need to do them. On the Yeah, no, it that's how I learned the map. Is I learned it by having to learn it by doing the bounties. Because the bounty would come up with like deliver it to, and usually like if the place has a bounty there, there's only one NPC in that place. So it's like, okay, well, at least I know who it's going to. Um, like the enchantress is the only person in the enchantress shop. And then the second name on the bounty sheet is the name of the place. So it's like deliver it to Annie Two Glows on Little Lucy. It's her ship. Annie Two Glows is the captain of the Little Lucy. That's the same question I said. I said, what is the Little Lucy a shop? No, the Little Lucy's a ship. And like the Hooked Hand, it's a bar. Yeah, you just have to, and there's like all the ships are on the docks, you know. You just have to figure out which dock. And they don't move between the docks, so it's always the same place. So it's like once you learn it once, it gets to be a pretty routine thing. To where I'll check, I'll say it out loud to submit it to memory of where I need to bring the things to. But I'll just check my bounties over and over again. Because you can, after you take one off the board, you get a bounty slot on your sidebar that you can open and look. And they don't, so like they reset on the board, they don't reset from your sidebar. You keep them forever until you do them. Yeah, so you, for instance, it says deliver 7 sausage and mash to Annie Two Glows to the Little Lucy. You make 7 sausages. You go to Little Lucy. You click on Annie. It says use item. You click use item, and you click the sausage and mash. And you and it completes. And she goes something like, "Oh, I've been waiting for this all day," or "Oh, thank you so much," or "Oh, you work for the," they say a line and give you a one-liner, and you're off. Okay, so yes, you just go back. Yeah, go back and do bow training. And also, if you haven't done the quest yet, you're gonna get a lot of XP from. I don't know if you're gonna get a lot of level because I just know it's 10,000 or 15,000 or something like that. Still available to be done. Yeah, go back to the training grounds. Just I teleport to Hopeport. And go talk to Robin. Yeah, Robin Knockright. Yeah, the bow training group. Then after you get your bow training from Robin, you'll probably be able to go. And actually, no, literally, you've got the level requirements now. You'll be able to unlock the second episode, which I think. I mean, I know you like fishing, but I think you'll also enjoy cutting the trees. Because just wandering the forest, cutting the different colors. There's so many different kinds of trees. It's a forest full of every tree. It's the every tree forest that I've always imagined it. I love it. Like there's oaks, there's ashwood, there's pine, there's juniper, there's poplar, there's suave, there's mahogany. Oh my! And you go around cutting trees. Yep, that's one of the skills is lumberjacking. There's the 4 skills for the forest are lumberjack, carpenter, they're gatherer, because that's clearly different than foraging, but gathering and foraging are 2 different things. And there's scout, which is like guard. And I don't know what there is in the mine, other than I know there's one called mine fighter, which is like guard. And I assume that there's a similar thing to foraging or gathering in the mines, and I don't know what that's gonna be called. Maybe surveying. Yes, and she also gave you a bow. Yeah. Yeah, you can equip it, and now you've completed your bow training, because that's the bow training. Talking to her and her going, here's how a bow works. Congrats. Good luck out there. Yeah, so you'll go to the quartermaster. You want to sell all the things that you don't need to the quartermaster. And then you can talk to Bins to go to the forest. You can go up on top of the north wall, or on top, either the south wall or north wall. You go up the stairs and then to the center. But at the top of the stairs, and there's a guard up there with a quest as well. That's how you learn how to tune things if they say untuned. If you look at your quests on the top right, the obelisk quest is the one that talk to Commander that gets on the town gate. And then on the main story, you got to talk to Bins. So if you click auto equip, it will equip the best gear. Then, if you click auto equip, say I'm wearing my Hope 4. Click the auto equip Hope 4. I'll put all my. And then if I click auto equip, it will also pull it out of my backpack though. So like it'll auto equip the best gear that I can possibly equip with what I'm holding. According to it. It's not always right about what's the best. For the record, because sometimes it'll have, it basically is what's the best physical is what it is. It gives you the best physical, just outright flat resistance. But it doesn't take into account the numbers sometimes. And sometimes, depending on what I'm fighting, a different weapon might be better because it does a different type of magic. But it's not as strong as the physical of the level 6 sword that I was holding. But the level 6 sword only did physical damage, didn't have any magic effect to it. So it's like I was literally just going around raw dogging everything. It pissed me off every time I hit auto equip. But then I changed to like a blue or green weapon that was slightly less, but at least it did the magic to make it feel strong. I don't know. It felt stronger when I was using magic than it did when I was just trying to brute force everything. Yeah. Did you keep the untuned things since you don't know if they're better yet? Or did you sell them too? Oh, okay. So if you click the deposit button, yeah. Did you scroll all the way down the quartermaster list to the untuned section in the bank? There's an untuned section because it says Hope Forest, Mines, Chronop, untuned. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I like to. I never sell anything until after I tune it because I don't know if it's better until after it's tuned. And yeah, and also I don't know. I've never done it, but it might be possible to take something untuned from episode 1 and then tune it to episode 2. Like I haven't tried, you know? But like if it's not, it doesn't put it in a slot other than the untuned slot, so probably tune it to whatever episode you want it in, I would imagine. So like if you already have, I assume green, if you already have green gauntlets, you know, take them to episode 2 and try to tune them with that obelisk. But after you learn how to tune. But the tuning quest teaches you everything about tuning. Yeah, up the walls. So like, and then to the middle, so you're above the town gate. Like, oh yeah, yeah. Then like the middle, so you're above the town gate. Like there's another exit to the map. Like you walk in on the bottom, and then there's another way out at the top. Yeah, if you're like you're in the middle now between the two goblin areas. Yeah, then you talk to that guy, Commander Hecate. And he's like, "Hey, you." And you like ask him how his day's going or what. And then that quest is pretty simple. Pretty simple. The only thing you have to do is fight the one goblin. And well, you have to do a couple. There's a little puzzle. You have to find the piece. It's all it really teaches you how the quests work in this, I think. A lot of it's just kind of, figure it out. You know those things, those odd points that you've seen laying around the map? You ever think that that might be something? Maybe it is for a quest, basically. So now run that way and chase him. He's just, he's up by the ladder. That's the level 10 enemy that you have to fight, is that goblin that took the key. I'm working on getting my knowledge points on this character, and then I will have all 3 of my characters able to do things AFK. Though this one is not able to do things forever AFK like the others. This one is only able to. Yeah, wait, what? Like, yeah, like you're, yeah, you have to buy another bag of bait and go fish up another thing of dab. I don't know if I gotta check. I could check, actually. I think I could probably check. I probably have some dab that I haven't cooked. Oh, look. Oh, well, not on this character, I don't. I was literally I was running off to the kitchen to check. To see how much dab was worth and how much bait was worth and all that. Like, in terms of buying and, like, how much money you make off dab fishing. I'm just genuinely. Yep. Yeah, well, you have to take those there and keep doing the quest, but yes. Because if you know, when you got there and found that, there was like people working on it. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to go back there and help them finish working on it. That's the quest. Help them fix the obelisk. You just kind of started out, like the guy that gave you those swords is basically unimportant. The most of the quest takes place, in fact, fixing the obelisk. Majority of it. Yes, I also found it prematurely. Not only did I find it prematurely, I walked in there, I was like, what the hell is this room? And not only that, there were people whom I now realize were doing the quest. I'm like, why are they standing over there in the corner? I just walked out the room like, I don't understand this game yet. And I did not, at the time, understand this game. Yeah, if you check the map, there are always arrows that point to the open doors, and there's locks if it's not you can't go through that way. Like on the map. Tells you if rooms are locked. From the rotten tree stump, you get gray lice, which you use for wealth potions. Yeah, that's you just for. But the wealth potions, you also need. What else is there? What else? Warty sea potatoes, I think is what it is. Or something like that. That you can't get till like. You want to say level 32 foraging? Is when you unlock the ability to get the warty sea potato. And then the wealth potion itself isn't till like 26. And then even so, it's all still AFK stuff. I don't understand how wealth potions work. And even so, even more so, I've been told that they're actually like XP buff potions, but to the extreme. Not wealth. It's weird that they call them wealth potions, is what I was told. But I was told that by a person who, upon further inspection, really didn't know what they were talking about. So I don't know. Like they said some true things and some not true things. So I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna go. I could probably figure it out. Because I also know they're the type that was reading the info cards, and I was not. I was like the ones that they. Huh? Like if you click on something, like for instance, if I click on the alchemist recipe book, it says read, and underneath it says info, and it says an alchemist guide to useful potions, how to make them. And like everything has an info card, like Ebsworth, a potion expert. Oh no, this tells me how to make wealth potions. Tell me about the wealth potion. What am I? Super duper close. Being able to AFK. Brandoff Boulevard. It's a town square. So town square, Stone Street and Eel Street are across from each other. And then to the left is the wall and to the right is Brandoff. I say right and left like it's fixed direction. I mean, I can barely read all the locations on the map are named, but I don't zoom into the map close enough to see the names of the locations. I have my map zoomed all the way out. So I'm just clicking 2 rooms away on the map all the time now. Because that's a new feature. Like, that wasn't always in the game. We weren't always able to move by having the map. Yeah, it's at the pufferfish hole. I don't think you understand. I walked down the I'm like, okay, well, so I checked every room with the river in it because like using the map, and I literally when I walked through pufferfish hole, I'm like, oh yeah, there's that old orange thing hanging out on the wall like it always is. So reliable, that orange thing to tell me where I'm at. I wonder where the thing I'm looking for is. I'm not realizing that the orange thing that I was talking about was the thing I was looking for. And I continued searching for 10 to 15 more minutes before I went. You know what? I got it now. Yeah, you gotta get that thing. It's a very easy quest. It's a go where they tell you, do what they tell you quest. It's not complicated. The hardest part of the quest is trying to figure out the little puzzle part. And even that, you have to, it'll hand you the tablet, and then you have to open your quest inventory and try to read the tablet. Then you'll be like, I can't fucking. Oh, go find someone who can. What the hell? Oh, I do have some periwinkle. I'm just trying to get some knowledge, and so I'm like, all right, let me try to like make all the potions that I could possibly make. When I was collecting ingredients for this kit, because I was just trying to work on foraging, I wasn't specifically focusing anything else. So I was just going and getting the highest level thing. I didn't really get any ingredients that I can make into things together, and I didn't even go buy the like pond net. I didn't get that. I skipped it. I collected rocks the entire time. I skipped the net. And so like on this character, I have not made everything or collected all the things. I've just been trying to not maximize, but at the same time not go slow. I wanted them to be a foraging person. Now they're at the point where they're finally getting their knowledge point to go forage for, I hope, 24 hours. So did you try to read it? It's in your quest pocket, in the obelisk. And then yes, you have to have someone try it. Well, not sort of. You go talk to somebody about it. But they're not hard to find. All right, I'm putting this stuff away. That's why I came in here. There's a reason I walked into this room. I'm not that crazy. Yeah, I've never bought reagents from Zelte. The reagent guy. Nor have I sold anything to him. He's in Town Square. Do I need sacks for the gray lice? Excellent. Gray lice, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's how you could either sell the lice to the guy that I'm talking about in Town Square. I'm literally here foraging the trees. I'm starting to forage the tree stump on this. That's what I've been trying to earn this entire time that I've been playing on the character.